Hello guys, welcome back to Funny Soft Tech. Now today we are going to see about the third session of the Maven. Okay, just go ahead and create one document for us. So I'm going to create one text document. So it's like a session 3. Session 3. Okay. If you are a new, just go ahead and see previous 2 sessions. Okay, it's very useful. So in those sessions we have discussed about what is build tool, how we will build a project without any build tool, what is building actually. Okay, very basics we have discussed very clearly. And in second session, what is Maven, how to download Maven, and how to create a project, everything we are discussing. We have discussed it in that tutorial. Okay, in this tutorial we are going to in this session we are going to discuss about the life cycle phases of the Maven, or build life cycle of the Maven. This is one of the most important concept in Maven. Okay, before that, if you want this type of these nodes, so this nodes is available in our official page, Dream World of Java. So for that you just go to your favorite web browser, type Dream World of Java and hit enter. So it's like it's a Facebook page. You just open that. So this is our official page. In this you just go to nodes tab, then see here this is our Maven nodes, whatever wherever, I mean what are all the content we have discussed in the sessions I have posted here, and a lot of blogs also there. You just visit here and see. If you open this Maven, so this is our nodes. Okay, so these previous 2 sessions nodes is posted here. Okay, go ahead and check here. Okay guys, let's get started. Go ahead and do your session now. Okay, so before starting about lifecycle phases, I need to tell something about Maven content. So okay, in this session we are going to see about what is pom.xml. First, what is pom.xml, and second one is what is goal, and what is plugin, then what is phases, phase or phases. Okay, then we are going to see about life cycle phases. So these are the contents we are going to discuss in this session. So first of all, I'm going to cover these 3 things as a high level. I'm not going into in-depth knowledge because of as of now we are the freshers and the beginners for the Maven, right? So while after completion of lifecycle phases and some dependencies and pom.xml, we are going to learn in depth about goals and plugins. Okay, so as of now, for understanding purpose, I'm going to give some very simple and basic examples of the pom.xml, goal and plugin and phase. Okay, so first of all, what is pom.xml here? So simply pom.xml is the heart of the Maven. Okay, this is the pom.xml is a XML file which is having all the configuration about our project. This is the heart of the Maven. It guides the Maven. Okay, so how the project is going to build, where it is going to deploy, everything it takes care about pom.xml. Okay, just park it aside. Just high level, pom.xml is a project object modeling. It's having all the configuration about the project. It is the heart of the Maven. That's it. So in later sessions we are going to in depth, we will discuss about this pom.xml. Then after that, what is goal here? Goal. What is goal here? Goal is a for example, it tells like a unit of task or unit of instruction, something, something. So unit of task. What is task here? Of course, you are all aware of ant build tool, right? Before Maven, we are using we have used ant build tool. Ant build tool, we are manually creating lot of tasks there. Okay, what is task? Task in the sense set of instruction or instruction that we will give to project. Okay, simply task is an instruction. We are going to give that instruction to the, sorry, not a project, it's a build tool. Okay, we are going to give an instruction to the build tool. For example, compilation is the task. Okay, I want to tell to my Maven, hey Maven, please compile my project. Hey Maven, please build my project. Hey Maven, please package my project. Hey Maven, please execute test cases of my project. Okay, these are all the tasks. Task is a unit of work. Okay, goal also unit of work. Okay, in ant tool we are creating multiple tasks for that, for each and everything, for compilation and clear the .class files and building, packaging and deployment, everything we created as a tasks here. Okay, in Maven this task is nothing but it's changed as a goal. Okay, goal is also unit of work. Okay, so goals, we have two types of goals actually in Maven. One is the predefined goals. So Maven itself, it has provided some predefined goals. Okay, and if you want to create your customized goals, you can create. Okay, customized or user defined goals. Okay, simple thing, just high level only, because we are not spend more time for this. Okay, we will discuss later in very in-depth knowledge. Goal is a unit of work or task, something. For example, executing the test cases and packaging or compiling the project, deploying the project, these type of things are goals. Okay, fine. Now plugin. What is plugin here? Plugin is simply says as collection of goals. Okay, plugin is nothing but collection of goals. So collection of goals, and plugin is a collection of goals. Okay, every goal binded with plugin. Okay, so plugin having multiple goals. Okay, how it is, I mean, for example, if we see the example in Maven, we are using hey Maven. For example, I want to compile my code. Okay, so compiler : compile. This is the syntax of our plugin. Here if you see, compiler is the plugin, and compile is the goal. Okay, so in this compiler we have a lot of goals. Okay, so simply understand, plugin is a collection of goals. Okay, plugin to perform certain tasks to our project, like building, packaging. So internally plugin having small, I mean sub parts of the plugin is nothing but goals. Okay, collection of goals. Okay, fine. So you know about the plugin, right? Now what is phase here? What is phase? What is Maven phase? Phase is nothing but simply collection of plugins. Collection of plugins is nothing but phase. Same thing, every phase is every plugin is binded with phase. Okay, see here, every plugin binded with a phase. And one more thing is here, not all it's not required to bind it with all plugins as into a phases. Okay, it's a some standalone plugins also there. Standalone plugin. What is this standalone plugin? Standalone plugin is a independent plugin. Simply independent plugin in the sense this is not okay. This is not binded with any phases. Okay, simple terms. Goal is a unit of work, plugin is a collection of goals, phase is a collection of plugins. Okay, I'm going to give one example. So later we are going to discussing about all the phases of the Maven. So for example, there are multiple phases are there in Maven lifecycle. So one of the one of the lifecycle phase is test case. Okay, how we will do our execute our test cases by using Maven? We are going to execute our command like Maven. Okay, Maven test. This is the command. If you execute this command, our test case is going to execute. Okay, what is internally it's doing? If I hit Maven test, what internally it's doing? Okay, so we'll see what will happen now. Okay, whenever you hit this Maven test, this is the phase. What is this? Maven phase, Maven lifecycle phase or phase. Okay, whenever you execute this, okay, whenever you execute this, something is going to be happen. So that is called, we have internally executes three things. Okay, like first it's going to sorry, take test resources. Okay, this is the first thing. Yes, we'll see. Then test compile, then finally test. Okay, these three things are going to perform internally. So what is this? Test resources means what is this? To take all resources of the test cases. Okay, so we are telling we are telling to our build tool to take all resources of the test cases. it means our all test classes going to you just go and take those classes first. Like that we are tells to whom we need to tell? Build tool. Okay, then second one, test compile. In this session it's going to compile all the test cases, all our .java files, test classes or test Java files going to compile in this phase. Then finally test execution or execute the test cases. Okay, fine. So these are all nothing but goals. Okay, our phase, whenever you call phase, then internally our goals is going to execute. Internally it's a predefined goals. Okay, where these goals are there? Okay, inside the plugins, ultimately plugins only. So our test resources is there inside the resources is the plugin having test resources goal. It's going to execute first. It is going to take all the classes. Okay, then test compile is there in the compiler plugin. Okay, in compiler plugin it's going to execute test compile goal. Okay, and finally test goal is there inside the Surfire plugin. Okay, so whenever you execute a phase of the Maven, internally it's going to trigger all the plugins, and inside the plugin executes the goal. Okay, this is the phase actually. I hope you understand the phases and goals of the Maven, guys. So if you see lifecycle phases of the finally life cycle phases of the Maven or build life cycle phases. And make sure guys, if you are new to this channel, please join with us by subscribing Phani Softtech. If you have any doubts, just ping me through my mail ID phanikumar.javadev@gmail.com, or you can comment your doubts or anything in the comment section. Okay, now go ahead and look into life cycle phases of the Maven. So life cycle phases can be divided into three types. Mainly life cycle can be divided into three types. What are all these three types? The first one is default life cycle. Second one is clean life cycle, and the third one is site life cycle. Okay, site life cycle. So what is default life cycle here? So this is the basic and which is responsible for building and deploying the project. Project related deployment and building related life cycle is nothing but default life cycle. And what is about clean, which is going to remove or delete files which are created by previous build. Okay, it's going to remove all the files which is going to created by previous build. Okay, then what is site? It's going to create document of the project documentation, project site documentation. Okay, project site documentation. Okay, these are the, we can divide actual life cycle as a divided into three types. One is the default and clean and site. Okay, so if we see default life cycle having, so almost 23 phases are there. And the clean life cycle having three phases are there, and site life cycle having, it's almost 4 phases are there. 4 phases. Okay, now we are going to see about default life cycle important phases of the default. So very important, most important things these are. First one, validate. Second one, compile. Third one, test. Fourth one, package. Fifth one, verify. So next one, install. Then next one, deploy. So these are all the main 7 life cycle, default life cycle phases, guys, which is the most important things. We are oftenly used phases of the Maven phases, life cycle phases. Okay, so we'll go ahead and see about each and everything. Well, I mean, for high level description, I'm going to provide high level description. What is validate? So in this validate phase, the Maven build tool is going to validate whether project is correct or not, or valid or not, valid code is there or not, whether the code, our .java files, everything is a valid files or not, or if any something mistakes or some bugs are there, something, it's going to validate whether these are all our package is correct, proper structure. Okay, it validate like proper Maven structure, proper Maven project structure, and dependencies and pom.xml validation. Everything will be there, will be done by validate phase. Okay, it's going to validate our project. Okay, then compilation phase. In compilation phase, it's going to take before that we have one more phase is there, that is called clean. Validate and clean phase. So in clean phase, it's going to remove, of course we know, remove all previous build files. Okay, previous build files. Okay, it's going to clear, for example in Java cases, it's going to clear all dot class files. Okay, then take all .java files and compile and make all .class files. Okay, .class files is generated by compile phase. Next, after compilation, it's going to execute all test cases. If any test case is there in your project, it's going to execute test case or execute in this phase, test phase. Okay, by using which plugin? We have discussed earlier, by using Sapphire plugin. Next package, it's going to create packaging like .jar or .var, whatever you are mentioned in pom.xml, it's going to generate, or ER or pom.xml, okay, etc. It's create packaging, then verify. Sorry. Then verify means it checks whether any other checks are there. Other checks in the sense integration tests or any other tests, any something. If any checks, if you there, that those tests all are performed by verify phase. Okay, then finally it's going to install means take already we are packaging, right? So .jar or .var is created by using .class files. So now take package means our jar or var anything, take a particular package and deploy in local repository as .jar something, same .jar or .var anything, because of in some other modules may be required for this jar, right? That's why it's going to deploy in our local repository. Then finally, what is deploy? Take package and deploy into global or remote repository, anything, remote repository. Okay, these are all the main and important phases of the Maven. Okay, so now we are going to see as a practical manner now. Okay, we can execute these things. So before that, so these all phases are there in proper order. Okay, first validate will execute, then clean, then compile, then test, then package, then verify, then install, and finally deploy. Okay, if you call deploy phase, then our Maven is going to execute all the phases. Okay, if you want to compile only, if you want to execute only compile phase, so our Maven is going to execute validate and clean alone. Okay, if you want to execute tests, it's going to execute validate, clean, and compile. Okay, this is the proper order. This is the order of our Maven build life cycle. Okay, I hope you understand. Just strictly go ahead and create our one Maven web application. Okay, open your command prompt. Where I need to create, have a folder, right? Phani soft tech, and we have a something Maven. Yes, Maven. Okay, I'm going to create one web application here. So just open your command prompt Okay, now of course we know, right, how to create a Maven archetype. So through the command prompt, how to create. So we have some command, like first one, archetype we are going to create by using archetype :generate, okay, space, and we are going to provide our group ID -d group ID, it's like a package name, equals to, I'm going to give com.funny softick, funny softick, then space -d, okay, artifact ID, this is nothing but our project name. Okay, I am going to give like sample web, then this is the most important command, -d archetype artifact ID, archetype artifact ID. This is the predefined Maven ID. So we are going to develop web application, right? That's what we are going to give. Okay, Maven -archetype. Okay, archetype. If you want to standalone application, you can give like quick start. Okay, so we need web application, right? Web app. Okay, so finally -d. So next one, interactive mode. I'm going to make it as a false. Hit enter. The file name, directory name, or volume label syntax is incorrect. Sorry, we are missing Maven. So initially mvn, okay, Maven, then hit enter, then it's going to create web application for us. Okay, it's going to take scanning, build Maven step project, so it's going to generate. Then we will see all the execution phases of our project once our project creation done. I think it will take some time. I'm going to skip this. I think it will take some time for initially. Okay, now our project is ready. Now it's created. Okay, let's go ahead and see our sample web application. Of course, we are all know about the structure, right? So this is about the pom.xml. I just open this pom.xml. Later we have discussed, we will discuss about pom.xml very clearly. Okay, so it's having our model version and our group ID, artifact ID, and packaging type. So we are giving web app, right? That's what it's showing, var. So it's going to create as a var file packaging. Okay, and the version and the name of the project and our URL, it's like our Maven URL, official URL, and here dependency section. Okay, so this is the directory. I'm going to create one Java file inside the main. So here, since it is a web application, we need to create one folder here, like the name as a Java. Inside Java only we are going to create Java files. I'm going to create one file like sample.java. Okay, my Java file is ready. Here I'm going to give some code. I'm going to skip this. Okay, I have created one sample program. So for class sample and public static void main string args and sysout statement. Welcome to Phani Softech. Okay, fine, just close it. Then please observe carefully. This is my project, right? Sample web is my project. Inside the project only src and pom.xml only there. Okay, inside the src only main is there. Okay, so now I'm going to perform all the lifecycle methods. Okay, open. So go to your project folder, cd sample test or what, sample web, right? Sample web. Okay, here I'm going to create. So I'm going to package my project. Okay, first, so Maven, so clean means clean phase, clean life cycle phase, guys. We have three life cycles: default and clean and site, right? So we are mandatory, we are going to use clean phase, because of it's going to remove all the pre-built files. Okay, we'll see clean phase, and I'm going to give package or verify phase. Still verify, I need to execute my code. Okay, just hit enter. Maven clean verify, hit enter. So it's going to execute all the things by using all the plugins and goals. Okay, you will see Maven clean plugin. Okay, clean plugin by using clean goal. If you observe here, okay, it's going to remove all the things. Then it's going to use like resources plugin, and resources, it's going to filter all the resources like .java, .web files, everything. Okay, then here next phase it's going to use Maven compiler. We have already discussed. By using compiler plugin, it's going to execute compile goal. Okay, like that. Here Maven by using resources, again resources plugin, it's going to execute test resources. So this is the test phase, guys. Okay, so if you see here these three things, I hope you understand. So see here Maven resource plugin. So here by using resource plugin, it's going to take all the test resources phase. Then compiler, by using compiler plugin, it's going to execute the test compile phase. Okay, then by using Sapphire plugin, it's going to execute test goal. Okay, we have already discussed in here, where here see resources, test resources, compiler plugin, test compile goal, Sapphire plugin, test. Okay, these are all the plugins in test phase. Okay, if you see, this is the clean phase, this is the compile phase, this is the test phase. After test phase, packaging. This is the packaging phase. Okay, there is no verifying in the sense there is no integrated test cases, right? That's what it's going to build it here. Build success. I hope you understand all the steps. Now if we see, it's going to create a package to us. So open our sample web application. See, target folder is generated. So if we go to inside the folder, it's generated classes, .classes file. Our sample.class file is available here. Okay, everything Maven archiver and sample web. If you see sample web, everything here, entire project structure is available here. Okay, and our corresponding var packaging, sample web.var also developed here. Okay, so this is the target file, right? After creating package, this target is created. So I'm going to use Maven please clean my target directory. Please clean phase in the sense it's going to clean all the stuff which is created by the previous build. So I'm going to clean. Before that, you see my project sample web having three folders: src, target, and pom.xml, right? So if we hit clean phase, what it's going to take? What's going to happen? It's going to execute only clean phase. It's going to remove target folder. Pre-built files is going to remove. If you see the project now, okay, target folder is not there. Okay, this is the life cycle. Same thing. If you want to execute only test cases, you are going to execute, because of our project Maven project defaults by default having one test case. I think Maven main web app Java resources. I think okay. If it is a fixed it, I think test case is not there here. Okay. So this is the main important phases of the Maven. Okay. So next, then if you want to execute goals individually, you can execute goals. Okay, like Maven, our command says Maven. So before that, I'm going to give here these notes. Okay, syntax. What is the syntax here? Actual syntax is Maven clean verify or clean build. Sorry, clean package or clean deploy or clean install. These are all the syntaxes of the Maven. So everything started with Maven command, MVN. Okay, I hope you understand. These are the phases execution. Then if you want to execute like goals, how to execute goals? How to execute goals? Our syntax is Maven plugin name colon goal name. Okay, so for example, is I want to execute compilation goal. So Maven, so compilation is there in compiler plugin, compiler colon compile. Okay, let me type this command Maven. I'm going to use compile goal inside the compiler plugin. Compiler is the plugin, our goal is compile. Okay, hit enter. Okay, see, compiler plugin compile, compilation completed. Now I'm going to execute only test cases. So how can I use the goal? Which goal I'm going to use? Test goal. Test goal is it is inside the Surfire. Okay, Surfire colon, what is the goal name? Test. If you hit here, it's going to execute the only test cases. See, sample web project, right? So it's have a target. So I'm going to execute clean goal Maven. So this is there inside the clean plugin. Our goal name also clean, Maven clean. Okay, it's executing success, build success. Then see, our target is not there. Okay, next one more thing. If you want to see which plugins executes when hit the particular goal. So if you want to see means, you can use one more command like Maven. We have a help plugin. Help is the plugin. We are going to run help plugin inside the describe. Okay, describe is the goal. So -d we are going to command as our phase name. For example, I'm going to use install. I'm going to execute install phase. So which plugin is going to use by executing this install phase? See, that's what we have, that help plugin. This is the standalone plugin, guys. Okay, it's not related to any phase. It's not binded with any phases. This is a standalone plugin. Okay, example of the standalone plugin. So Maven. So our plugin name is help colon. So describe. Hey Maven, please describe the corresponding phases plugins, corresponding plugins which are used in the following phase. Okay, -d cmd command equals to install phase. I'm going to see the corresponding plugin is which plugin is going to execute in install phase. Hit enter. Okay, it's scanning the project. It's showing. See, build sample snapshot. Maven help plugin describe. It's showing like install is a phase corresponding to this plugin arg.apache maven.plugin maven install plugin. Okay, 2.4. This is the version. If you see, all our 23 phases are displaying here. What are all the default how many default phases? 23, right? See, validate, initialize. So validate is the first phase. Inside the subphase, I mean initialization, and the generate source, process source, generate resource, process resources, and compile. Compile is the second one. Then process classes, then generate test resources. Then here test is there. Sorry, here test is there. Okay, test and compilation between the lot of again phases are there. Then after test, packaging. After packaging, integration test. It means verify. After that, sorry, verify here is there, verify. Then after that, install and deploy. Okay, these are all the things. So corresponding process resources having some, this is the plugin, and compile is using this plugin. So these are all the plugins, but generate test resources, these are all are not using, not at, I mean we are not using those goals, right? I mean plugins, that's what showing not defined. That's not a matter. Of course you know how to see the corresponding plugin by the bind it with the face, right? Okay, so if you need any documentation for related this Maven, you just refer to our official documentation of the Apache Maven project. Okay, build lifecycle basics. So these are all the main important things, and these are all the syntaxes of the things. Okay, and if you see here, these are all the phases and corresponding plugin and goal. Okay, and if you want to create your plugins, you can create like this in pom.xml. You will see that this is also in clear in later. Okay, then lifecycle references. See here, this is the clean lifecycle having 3, right? So these are all the 3 things, 3 phases and 3 phases and the description. And our default lifecycle having 23 phases. These are all the 23 phases. Just now we had seen that. Okay, then site lifecycle phases having 4 things. Okay, so these are all the, this is the documentation you can refer. I will provide this link in description or in our content, and I'm going to post this content. If it is useful to you, you can use this in Facebook Dream World of Java page. Okay, so that's it guys. This is about Maven lifecycle. I hope you understand. If you have any doubts, you just post that in comment section, and if you want, you can ping me through my mail ID like phanikumar.javadev@gmail.com. Thank you guys, thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, just ping me. We will meet on next session. Until then, bye bye, keep learning. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to this channel. Please join with us. Okay, thank you guys, thank you for watching.